Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack, and well, look at this one. So, soyny admitting that they fuck up in many ways. So, this one of the two things I want to show up here. So, why don't we start about Ghost of Antifa? The official sales confirmed Ghost of Antifa sales trails Ghost of Tsushima. The leaks were right. So, and also they just tried confirmed that Tsushima is still to the standards. It sold better, and that said, it's not going to sell anymore. So the sales of Antifa sequel Ghost of Tsushima came in 3.3 million units sold in the first month, which I have to say is still big. They had the return on their investment, so that's quite sad to me because I thought, well, those soyny ponies will have better standards, but looks like I was wrong. But at least they were so low. That's something. Yeah, it's not a clean victory here. So that's about 16% fewer sales that the first game had in the same period, which is somehow unexpected. This shouldn't be surprising though, as the numbers leaked weeks ago. So yeah, Ground shared this piece of mind on October 22nd, and that yeah, this is approximately that, and then we have this one from Grounds. Bam! I was 100 that accurate. My source said 3.2 million and growing and goes up UT. Well, Antifa, excuse me. Official numbers are 3.3 million. I'm also accurate about I'm selling less than Tsushima in the same time period, by the way. So yeah, that, with the shipment of all of those PC Station 5s, still Antifa sold only 3.3 million. So at least it is the victory that is not too clean to us. That yeah, this sequel is just doing The Last of Us Part 2 numbers of sales. And if they are going to report future sales, they are going to do it with, well, after fucking years even. Just like what happened with Angry Lesbian. They said, oh well, the first weeks are all that said numbers. Yeah, surpassed the release of the first game, but then they went radio silent. They went that route, not saying anything, not updating any numbers, doing all the estimations while the Sony ponies they were copying, sitting and modding, and everyone laughing our asses off, questioning them, criticizing them, pointed out that yeah they are making shit up and doing some fake numbers for the future. And then we heard, oh yeah, like 8 million, but after discount, after discount, after discount, you can bet they are going to try to do the same shit. When people, if even if people remember that, hey, everyone wanted Jin Sakai for this sequel, and they gave them this Antifa terrorist. This guy said as a samurai, and also pushing, oh, it's a samurai women, and all of that shit. So yeah, we know why. Unless so, yeah, those like we have said, among this, Soyny is desperate because they see that well, this point is no point the assigning development, assigning money to develop another DLC just like we did with the first Tsushima game. We don't need to do that shit anymore. Just like what happened with Angry Lesbian Part 2. Because yeah, history repeated itself. They released two games with with Western audience in mind, but at least around those times they respected the player time. They showed us stuff that people wanted to see for the most part, discounting like the little traces of wokeness. Because yeah, if we mention a little about the first one, they Ellie in the first The Last of Us, she wasn't supposed to be a lesbian. It was straight forged by Neil Kaufman, progressiveness, or some of the stuff like the female warrior supporting and telling Jin Sakai what to do, despite that was never the case, because I don't need to go with history how that shit worked, but you know, at least for the most part, those games had stuff that people enjoyed, and and then they released those sequels, And yeah, they feel bamboozled, they feel tricked, betrayed, backstabbed. So they say fuck this shit, and it performed the way it is, and that's how things are going for this company. That they themselves say that if they don't see a chance of see some of that investment back, so like if at this point if making Western video games for Western audiences doesn't fucking work, they should go back to pivot to Japan. That they should just say, shit, we should be saying we're sorry. Or these fuckers, I know they will do that, pretend that nothing happened. Oh, no, 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 I didn't backstab you, no. Let's pretend nothing happened here. We are going to let you host your games, but that's a problem because that's the other thing that I wanted to mention to you. So you see, Sony interacting new president Shishino feels a strong sense of crisis about the decline of the PC Station brand in Japan. This urgency shared by Nishino and the Japanese team helped push forward Japan's focused measures. So, people are aware they released a cheap version of the console only for the Japanese market. That's how you know this fucking company is extremely desperate. That's how you know that they fuck up and they're trying to kinda appeal to the market that they backstab. But it's not happening, you know. Even with the Steam censorship with Japanese games, still there is PC other platforms like the Elsa that even those Japanese developers are seeing with tempting eyes that we can host our games, we can actually go to this route. Let's go PC and let's develop something that the Japanese market wants without censoring ourselves, without thinking about the Western mindset and my modern sensibilities, and succeed there. Oh man, yeah. So Sony did this to themselves. The outside is right now growing way bigger. Forget about the other console manufacturers, man. They are already back. Xbox is not even. It's out of discussion. They're fucking retards. Nintendo is also backstabbing Japan, so the only option for those developers and that Japanese market right now is PC or gacha games. And if they want like the physical stuff, they're going to rather buy the physical good merchandise if those games provide it. Or the other alternatives of China because yeah, they're playing Chinese games. And just looking at this one, which is Ark Knight's Enfield, a new upcoming gacha game from China, in 3D models. And looking at this, man, this is the stuff that Japan used to give in AAA, and they destroyed themselves only for the appealing of the modern audience, my globalist agenda. Well, the globalist agenda is still real with those fucking cocks. Just ask Capcom recently, but looking at this,
管理人こっちこっち私荷物多いタイプで
they're putting all the resources into stuff that people wants to enjoy. What Japan used to provide in AAA markets, on console. Nowadays they can't do that shit because they are already infested with DEI. The DEI investors already control those companies. So the only course correction here is just choosing alternatives or choosing someone that is not going to let you down, at least for now, because we know it's a live service game, we know how things work. But still, when you look at this, so it has a cooperative mode and also you can see the emotes and you can see all the interactivity that people want to see, fan service. Even well, Arknex is, I know it's not a game dedicated to like the Gunner side that I would rather enjoy from other alternatives, but still, when you see this, you have to realize something. Harry Soyny is going to appeal to those Japanese people when they backstabbed them. When they saw how Ghost of Antifa released, they were sharing strong opinions about that. Strong moral opinions for Japanese standards. That what is this? So yeah, when you see all the fuckouts piling up one after another after consecutive years, and they saying, "Oh yeah, the brand is in crisis in the place where it was given life." Well, at this point, I wonder if they are going to manage to die there, considering that right now PC market is at this point the only thing keeping Japanese video games with their creativities in mind afloat on PC platform. So that's it. Thanks for watching and please have a pretty good day or night whenever you're watching this video and take care.